Hello everyone, next up is the 41st lucky dish to welcome the new year in Italy. Lucky dish number 41, panettone sweetbread. Tall and fluffy, panettone represents ambition and aspiration. The sparkling dried fruit pieces, like precious jewels, bring prosperity to the household. Ingredients: 500 grams of flour, 150 grams of unsalted butter, 100 grams of sugar, 3 eggs, 150 grams of raisins and dried orange zest, yeast, vanilla, lemon zest, salt. Instructions: knead the dough with yeast, butter, eggs, and sugar until smooth and elastic. Then mix in the dried fruit. Let the dough rise to 3 times its original size in a tall baking pan. Bake at 170 degrees Celsius for about 45 minutes or until the bread rises high above the pan and is golden brown. Let the bread cool completely, then slice lengthwise and serve with coffee or sweet wine. Note: the dough fermentation process is very important. It needs to be fermented for a sufficient amount of time to ensure the bread is light, fluffy, and has a characteristic aroma. Please continue to see the 42nd lucky dish to welcome the new year in Latin America. Hello everyone, next is the 42nd lucky dish to welcome the new year in Latin America. Lucky dish number 42, arroz con leche cinnamon rice, sweet and gentle like a dream. This cinnamon rice is a wish for a gentle, peaceful, and loving new year. Ingredients: 200 grams of white rice, 1 liter of fresh milk, 200 milliliters of condensed milk, 1 cinnamon stick, the peel of 1 orange, sugar, cinnamon powder. Instructions: cook the rice in water until slightly soft, then add the fresh milk, condensed milk, cinnamon stick, and orange peel and cook together over low heat. Stir well until the mixture thickens into a smooth cream and the rice grains are cooked through and infused with sweetness. Scoop the rice porridge into bowls, sprinkle a little cinnamon powder on top for aroma. Enjoy hot or cold according to each family member's preference. Note: stir continuously to prevent the porridge from burning at the bottom of the pot during cooking. Please continue to see the 43rd lucky dish to welcome the new year in Mexico. Hello everyone, next is the 43rd lucky dish to welcome the new year in Mexico. Lucky dish number 43, pozole corn soup, a powerful corn and pork stew. For Mexicans, pozole is divine protection, helping the family remain strong and united. Ingredients: 500 grams of white hominy corn kernels, 500 grams of diced pork shoulder, to dried chilies, onion, garlic, salt, pepper, oregano. Instructions: simmer the hominy corn kernels until they bloom like flowers. Pork is cooked in broth and chili sauce until tender. Corn is added to the stew, seasoned to taste, and simmered for another 30 minutes to allow the flavors to infuse. Serve the soup in a bowl with shredded cabbage, thinly sliced red radish, and fresh lime juice. Note: hominy corn kernels need to be simmered long enough to fully expand for the traditional flavor. Please continue to see the 44th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Korea. Hello everyone, next is the 44th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Korea. Lucky dish number 44, bibimbap mixed rice. The harmony of the 5 elements is contained in this bowl of mixed rice. The vibrant colors of the vegetables are a wish for a balanced and complete life. Ingredients: 1 bowl of white rice, 100 grams of minced beef stir-fried with garlic, bean sprouts, carrots, shiitake mushrooms, green leafy vegetables, 1 egg, gochujang chili paste, sesame oil, sugar, roasted sesame seeds. Instructions: briefly boil or stir-fry each vegetable separately to preserve its natural color. Fry the egg sunny side up with a runny yolk. Arrange the rice in a bowl, place the meat and vegetables around it in clusters of color, and place the egg in the center. When eating, add gochujang chili paste and sesame oil, then mix all the ingredients thoroughly until the flavors are absorbed. Note: mix thoroughly so that each grain of rice is evenly coated with the characteristic sweet and spicy sauce. Please continue to see the 45th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Indonesia. Hello everyone, next is the 45th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Indonesia. Lucky dish number 45, nasi tumpeng rice tower, a mountain of golden rice in the middle of a platter of food. This is how Indonesians express gratitude and send wishes for abundant prosperity. Ingredients: 1 kilogram white rice, 200 milliliters coconut milk, 1 fresh turmeric root crushed to extract juice, pandan leaves, lemongrass, salt, turmeric powder for color. Instructions: cook the rice with coconut milk, turmeric juice, pandan leaves, and lemongrass until the rice is cooked through, fragrant, and golden yellow. Press the rice firmly into a cone-shaped mold to create a tall, sturdy tower on a large tray. Arrange side dishes such as fried chicken, boiled eggs, vegetables, and sambal sauce around the rice tower. The whole family shares this meal to show togetherness and unity. Note: the rice needs to be pressed while still hot to maintain the tower S shape and prevent it from collapsing. Please continue reading for the 46th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Estonia. Hello everyone, next up is the 46th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Estonia. Lucky dish number 46, salted herring sandwich. Eat herring to have the strength of 12 men, that's the Estonian belief. Simple on a slice of dark bread, but containing great expectations. Ingredients: 10 small salted herring, then slices of dark bread, 2 hard-boiled eggs, green onions, unsalted butter, black pepper. Instructions: clean the herring, fillet them. Spread butter on a slice of dark bread and place the herring fillet on top. Garnish with a slice of hard-boiled egg and chopped green onions. Sprinkle with a little black pepper. Enjoy as a breakfast or appetizer at a New Year's Eve party with friends. Note: salted herring has a rather strong flavor, so it's best served with dark bread and butter to balance the saltiness. Please continue to see the 47th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Northern Europe. Hello everyone, next up is the 47th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Northern Europe. Lucky dish number 47, lettuce pickled cod. Persevering through a meticulous preparation process. This pickled cod symbolizes faith. After hardship comes sweet reward. Ingredients: 500 grams of softened dried cod fillets, vegetable broth, 100 grams of unsalted butter, salt, white pepper, mustard seeds. Instructions: steam or boil the pre-prepared cod until the flesh is translucent and slightly melts. Melt the unsalted butter with mustard seeds to make a sauce to drizzle over the cod when serving. Enjoy with boiled potatoes and mashed peas to experience the traditional Northern European flavor. Note: lettuce has a very soft texture. Handle gently when serving to avoid breaking the fish. Please continue reading about the 48th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Ghana. Hello everyone, next is the 48th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Ghana. The 48th lucky dish, peanut and fufu soup. The richness of peanuts and the chewiness of fufu represent the fertility of the land. A dish that celebrates bountiful harvests and abundance. Ingredients: 500 grams of diced chicken, 200 grams of peanut butter, 2 chopped tomatoes, 1 chopped onion, tapioca starch for fufu, chopped ginger, garlic, chili peppers, and salt. Instructions: saute the chicken with onion, ginger, and garlic, then add the tomatoes and peanut butter and simmer with water until the soup thickens and the chicken is tender. Make the fufu by mixing tapioca starch with hot water, stirring constantly until a smooth white dough is formed. Fufu is shaped into round balls, placed in a bowl of hot peanut soup, and enjoyed with hands in the traditional way. Note: the peanut soup needs to be simmered slowly so that the peanut oil rises to the surface, creating an attractive color. Please continue to see the 49th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Korea. Hello everyone, next is the 49th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Korea. The 49th lucky dish, japchae stir-fried glass noodles. Long, chewy, glossy glass noodles blended with vegetables. Japchae is not only a party dish, but also a wish for perseverance and resilience in one's career. Ingredients: 200 grams of Korean dried glass noodles, 100 grams of shredded beef, shiitake mushrooms, witter mushrooms, carrots, spinach, soy sauce, sesame oil, sugar, minced garlic, roasted sesame seeds. Instructions: boil the glass noodles until cooked, then immediately mix with sesame oil. Saute the beef and vegetables separately with a little soy sauce. Mix all the ingredients in a large bowl with soy sauce, sugar, and minced garlic until well combined. Serve on a large plate, sprinkle with roasted sesame seeds, and enjoy hot or cold. Note, the vermicelli noodles should not be overcooked to maintain their characteristic chewy texture. Please continue to see the 50th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Italy. Hello everyone, next is the 50th lucky dish to welcome the new year in Italy. Lucky dish number 50, zamponi stuffed pork leg. Stuffed pork leg, a symbol of stability. When eaten with lentils, zamponi becomes an affirmation of a new year of strong progress and abundant wealth. Preparation: 1 boneless pork leg with skin, 500 grams of minced pork, finely chopped pork skin, salt, pepper, clove powder, cinnamon powder. Instructions: mix the ground pork with the pork skin and the aromatic spices. Stuff this mixture inside the pork leg skin and sew it shut. Boil the stuffed pork leg in boiling water for about 2 to 3 hours over low heat until the skin is soft and the filling is thoroughly cooked. Slice into thick round slices and present on a plate of hot lentil soup for a perfect New Year's Eve combination. Note, lightly poke a few holes in the skin before boiling to prevent the pork leg from bursting due to internal pressure. So, we've completed our journey exploring the 50 luckiest foods in the world. Each dish tells a story, reflects the culture, and conveys a good wish. Which dish impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to discover more interesting things about world cuisine. Wishing you a prosperous and healthy new year filled with delicious meals.